Yes. Let's make it 22 minutes to go to the hour of 8 o'clock while we pipe up with power here on the set of Morning Barbados. And what a great day it's already turning into be as we celebrate and have great achievements noted right here as well. Don't forget, 7 o'clock this evening at Bridgefield St. Thomas is that big match involving the Barbados Light and Power Company versus the Barbados Port Authority. We turn our attention now to some tropical houses of the Eastern Caribbean at Exotic Gardens. We have with us Derek Gallon. Did I pronounce your name correctly?
Yes.
Oh, got it right. And you are a photographer.
That's
primarily.
correct.
And you have produced a brilliant book, this one called Exotic Gardens. Is this yours?
That's correct. We produced that with my partner, Margaret. So that's our work, that's our labor of love.
What a labor of love indeed. When did the labor of love start?
I would say it started a few years ago when we came here as many people, just as tourists. We came here and we could not believe the lush beauty of the Caribbean, and we fell in love with people, with you, with Barbados. So we decided we have to do something about it, make it worthwhile, you know, to come here. So we came back with the purpose of creating these books.
Well, most tourists would arrive and just take pictures and they show them to their friends. Didn't we have a lovely holiday, look at some of the pictures, but you've taken it to another level. It's bound, it's glossy, the quality of the photos is fantastic. You're even showing us some of the plants that we don't know about. What did you learn on this journey of putting this book together?
Well, it was lots of research before. Margaret did lots of research as to places we wanted to visit. And I considered them at, you know, looking at the photographic angle, which places would create an impact on a viewer. So we selected lots of places, including quite a few from Barbados.
Yes.
What are some of the other countries that you've been to?
Oh, this is solely on Eastern Caribbean. So there is some gardens. There are gardens and architecture from St. Lucia, from Grenada, and as I say, mostly from here. We have some architecture from Mustique Island. So interesting selection, but most of it is here because our love is here.
It's Barbados. It's not just pictures. You also have some text in here where you go into what it is that you're photographing and finding, really.
That's correct.
And how was it putting this all together, though? What was that process like?
That was a fantastic experience for us because as we did do all the work, we had to find out more and dig up deeper to find some information to make it really interesting. And it took us 2 years to put these two books, and I'm happy to say both these books won international awards.
Brilliant.
So
I would imagine you're somewhat of an expert now on the flora and fauna of the Eastern Caribbean.
And homes too.
And homes too.
Look at this. This is absolute, because this one now talks about the tropical homes of the Eastern Caribbean.
Yes. And that's a fascination that began almost at birth with your partner. The picture of the cathedral spire from her crib, I believe that's what the preface says. And she's been obsessed with architecture since then. So this is just a natural follow-on.
History, yes, correct.
What have you found interesting about our specific architecture here in the Caribbean?
It is unusual mix. There is so much of different styles, you know, coexisting really in a nice way, like the classic designs of like Chattel House. Then you have designs like you had just a few moments ago. It was the designs of Oliver Messel. Then you have modern architecture, and it all fits and it all creates that uniqueness which you can't find anywhere else.
So what do you plan to do with these books? How widely are you planning to distribute them?
Oh, well, they are distributed in Canada because we are from Canada.
Oh, you're Canadian.
Yes, and as I said, we came here as tourists, Canadian tourists. So we distribute it in the States, in Canada. Now it is, we have a distributor in UK and Europe. And here in Barbados. You can get them at the Pages, as well as Welchman Hall Gully,
Yes.
and some other places.
You're not from Vancouver, right?
Very close, from Victoria on Vancouver Island.
Oh, okay, okay. I was just wondering if, you know, you were affected by what happened after the Stanley Cup.
What I like about this is it's bilingual. It's written in English and in French. So you know, whatever translation, you can find it inside. I
want to ask you, in the process of putting the book together, what was the one thing about her architecture that struck you? The one thing that made you sit back and go, wow. Because, you know, the architecture is influenced by our colonial past, which is why there's such a great mix. But what struck you in particular that you will never forget?
I would say the way which combines outside space with inside space, which is very, very visible in designs of Oliver Messel. So some rooms are just like opening up to the garden, and it blends. You don't really feel like you're inside or outside. Yeah. Exactly.
I like that.
Yeah.
So any other books in train?
Actually, just yesterday, when we spoke with some people from Barbados Gardens, we decided that we are going to do another series, and they will be smaller books.
Okay.
Because this is the coffee table size here.
Yes.
This is a great conversation piece. Yeah.
So it will be soft cover with some, well, more specific orientation, like there will be gardens just of Barbados, not Caribbean, just Barbados. Architecture of Barbados, some other things of Barbados. Maybe we'll add something from Trinidad too, but there will be many small books, so they are just coming soon.
We're so looking forward to that. The color and vibrancy and the love you feel for our region jumps off the pages.
Are you surprised?
Not at all. Not at all. So please send our greetings back to your partner Margaret, and thank you so much for Tropical Homes and Exotic Gardens of the Eastern Caribbean.
Thank you for having us, and thank you, Barbados.
Thank you so much, Derek Gallen. He's the co-author and photographer of Tropical Houses of the Eastern Caribbean and Exotic Gardens. Pick up your copy today. We're coming up to talk a little bit more about reading, but this time it's a bit more spoken word. We'll tell you how with Green Readings right after this. Morning Barbados continues.